Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Ted Cardenas, Marketing Vice President at Pioneer. Thank you for joining us, Ted.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Great to be here.
Well, at the Consumer Electronics Show, you're showing off some cool new stuff, some new in-dash receivers in the NEX line, and adding some new capabilities, some fun stuff. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so we're very excited to be at CES 2020 and showing off, as you said, a wider range of our products, really highlighted by our new prototype or our new flagship model of the NEX series, which is our highest end multimedia in-dash receiver. It's really the cherry on top is a 10.1 inch capacitive high resolution touchscreen. So that's obviously larger than most screens that have ever been brought to the aftermarket. So it's really unique in how it mounts because it actually goes into a standard radio opening, but floats the touchscreen over the dash. And it's adjustable. You can move it 5 steps vertically up and down, 3 steps left and right, as well as offset from the dash in 2 different positions. So it gives a pretty wide range of adjustment just to make sure that you don't block anything in the dash, anything that's critical, air conditioning vents, controls, etc. But it's very unique, as you said, because it contains a Wi-Fi chip that is used to connect to things like wireless Apple CarPlay for your iPhone, wireless Android Auto for your Android phone. It also can connect to a Wi-Fi hotspot to connect to the internet and pull in data from Grace Note, like weather and sports scores based on your location. And then really the coolest part is the integration with Amazon Alexa. So Alexa is actually built in. She'll use that same Wi-Fi hotspot capability to connect to the cloud. And you can simply ask, she's always listening, and have her help you with things like playing music, controlling the radio, maybe track up and track down, changing source. Of course, making calls, communicating with your friends, as well as what's really unique, the ability now, because Amazon obviously has Prime and e-commerce platform, so you can actually add things to your shopping list or purchase things directly from your drive, which is, again, a really convenient thing for most drivers, as many of us are spending so much time in our cars on our commute. That's where, personally, I always remember that we're out of dog food or paper towels or other things for the house.
That's very cool. So this is a huge screen for the vehicle, and you've got a unique way of being able to do it in almost any car, I guess.
Exactly. And that is the largest. We actually have the same interface with all the wireless technology and Amazon Alexa in 5 different models, ranging from a standard 2-DIN, which can fit in practically any vehicle, up to 2 9-inch models, so a little bit smaller screen, one that would be for flush mounting into the dash, and one that would be floating type, just like the 10.1. And then, of course, the crown on top is the 10.1 inch.
Really interesting. So tell us about availability and pricing.
So all 5 models will be available in this spring. We are expecting to ship around the March or April timeframe. And price ranges from $600 for the lower models, the standard 2-DIN, all the way to $9,000 and $1,000 respectively for the 2 9-inch models, the one that goes in the dash and then the one that floats on top, and then $1,200 for the flagship 10.1-inch model.
Does the floating screen make installation more complicated or more expensive?
It actually, the cost difference between the product is actually the fact that the screen is finished on back. So it actually has a nice cosmetic finish, much like a tablet. The installation part actually could be, it depends on vehicles, but it could actually be a little simpler because it is a very standardized single DIN, which is a standardized size, which is 7 inches wide and 2 inches tall. The chassis itself is quite compact. So installation isn't any more difficult than even simply putting in an aftermarket CD player in most vehicles.
These will be on the market this coming spring, and let's talk about a little bit the model numbers, I guess, this is what and where people can go to get more information.
Sure. All of the information on these flagship models is currently on our website, which is pioneerelectronics.com. The 5 models are the DMHW 4600 NEX, and 4660 NEX. Those are our 2 DIN models that have a 6.8-inch capacitive touchscreen LCD panel. The 2 9-inch models, respectively, are the DMH-WC 6600 NEX and DMH-WT for tablet 7600 NEX. And those, again, are respectively $900 and $1,000. And then the top flagship model is the DMH-WT 8600 NEX. And again, that is a suggested price of $1,200.
And one thing that we really didn't mention is the market for these kinds of in-dash receivers aftermarket. A lot of people are holding on to their vehicles for a lot longer than they used to. So there really is a market for bringing some new technology into these cars.
Absolutely. The aftermarket has always been really for the last 30 or 40 years that the aftermarket car electronics industry has existed is really all about closing that technology gap between, the latest technology we get in our cars or in our homes or on our mobile phones and the age of that vehicle, which here in the United States in 2019 actually reached 11 and a half years. So as consumers actually hold on to their vehicles longer, but yet we still get a new phone or a new smart home device every 6 to 12 months, the aftermarket really is critical because we all want to use this technology in our car. And in the case of voice assistants like Amazon Alexa, like Apple's Siri, and like Google's Assistant, it really does make driving not only more convenient, but it has the ability to help drivers make better driving decisions by keeping their eyes on the road and their hands on the wheel.
Great stuff. Once again, where's the place to go for info?
PioneerElectronics.com.
Ted Cardenas, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you.
Cooking with the power of the sun. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, here to tell you about the latest innovation from my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. The GoSun Fusion has arrived using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. A really bright idea. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere, day or night, rain or shine. I love what Patrick and his team are doing, and so will you. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co to check out all of the company's products and innovations and use the code Techstination to save 10%. That's gosun.co.